Hello, welcome. Your professional hater is back. It is Things I Don't Like, episode 11. Today's Things I Don't Like starts off with a big one, a very hot take that I'm sure no one will agree with. I don't like screens, dude. Oh my god. I have to look at screens all day, whether I'm doing homework, gaming, making videos, even freaking all of my hobbies and work are on screens. The only time I ever look away is when I go eat, which I usually watch YouTube, or when I go like on a hike or a walk, which I don't even get to do every day because I'm so busy on my screens all the time. I freaking hate that I have to look at screens constantly. My eyes get so tired. I'm so burnt out. I feel restless as hell. I need to like leave. I need to like leave this desktop. But I wanted to record a video first. This is the last thing I'm doing before touching some grass. I'm gonna go outside. I'm probably gonna run somewhere or something. Hopefully far away. I am kind of sad. I've been working on calc all day, and feeling bad about myself all day. I don't know why. I don't really know why. It's just one of those days. It's normal. Just a bit freaking insecure, I guess. But not about like how I look. More about my abilities to do things. I guess calc will do that to you, and chemistry. But yeah, and screens. I don't know. I feel like a big part of that is screens because I sit around and watch screens, and I like feel like I can't tear my eyes away from them, and that makes me feel very low. It makes me feel very, very little because I can't stop. I can't stop the thing that I'm not liking. Um, so I guess that'd be like a screen addiction, but like, hey, that's okay. We'll figure it out. I'll stop. I'll like do the 3-2-1 rule, and I'll stop for a while. I won't look at my screen for like for as little as I can for the rest of the day. I'm gonna take like an hour or two break, and then I'll have to keep studying. So, all right. Number 2, is entitlement. Oh my god. Okay, let me tell you all a story. This was so embarrassing. The most secondhand embarrassment ever. I was sitting in my college class, 700 kids in the room. Our teacher is talking about our last midterm. My chemistry teacher. And on our last midterm, the average was 60%. Bad. It was really bad. But the class is a growth class, so she expects us to do really bad. The first midterm is weighted less heavy than the second midterm and the final. And if you do better on the final, your first midterm grade gets replaced by your final grade, by the grade that you got on the final, and your final grade stays the same. So your grade grows over time. It's okay that people did bad on the final. I like failed it. It's fine. It's okay. I'm not that worried about it. I just have to study better. I have to learn how to study better, and now I know what she wants on those tests. Previously, I had no idea, and that's how the class is built. It's okay. She explained that so many times. I was mad at first about it, but still I was professional. She had like this mid-quarter survey thing that she put out after getting like pressure from like the TAs and the students about like, hey, the midterm was terrible. She put out that survey to see like people's feelings, and I complained, but I was so respectful. I was like, hey, I feel like the stuff that was taught in class was not even close to related to what was on the test. Like, it was all applied. It was all like connections between things. It was like a mix of all the concepts where everything that was taught in class was like the base concepts. It was like 5 levels below, what you asked for on the test. So it was just surprising and confusing, and I feel like that grade is scary. After that is when she explained all the stuff about like, yeah, you're gonna grow over time. It's okay, blah 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 blah. She said that so many times. Okay, now you know the context. So I'm sitting in there in class. She's going over the mid-quarter survey and the midterm results and what she's gonna want on the next midterm, which is tomorrow. Some girl. Oh my god. Some girl in like the back middle of the class. 700 kids in this lecture hall. She sits forward. She's literally sitting like this, I think, or like this. Like, she's very like debate, like she freaking goes, how do you justify how do you justify a 60% average on a midterm? And the teacher was like, well, and then like explained her whole thing again. And then this girl just keeps talking back, and it's just getting ruder and ruder. She literally at one point goes like, no, it's because you teach worse than the last class, because the last class had like the first quarter chemistry class had a different teacher and a 90% average on a similar test. But like the classes are built differently, so whatever. So she's like, no, it's because you it's because you're a worse teacher. And I was like, oh my god, like, my teacher, not only is she a very good teacher, like, she is just objectively a good teacher. Even though the concepts are hard and what she asked on the test was even harder, the like, her actual teaching ability is very good. She makes class fun. She's enjoyable to talk to. She admits she's wrong really easily. She's so professional, respectful, and pleasant to anyone in the class. She has so many resources posted. She gave us opportunity. She did. She just did. Like, there's no better way to put that. I don't want to sound like a suck up or anything. She just generally is like a sweet woman. Like, we had one Zoom class because she couldn't drive in. She also commutes like many miles to my college because she also is a professor at a much more prestigious college, and commutes in to teach this one class here. So she she didn't want to drive in on a really stormy day, so we had a Zoom class, and while she was talking, her kid came up and was talking to her, and she was like so sweet to her kid, and her kid was asking questions about the content, and she was like explaining it to him the best she could, and it was like really funny. It was like a really funny moment. She didn't like yell at her kid or anything, like I feel like a lot of people would do on a Zoom call for work, especially as a teacher. I feel like you'd be like, oh no, get out, like, at least. But she was like, yeah, and then like explained it to him, and then he just kind of like was like waddling around in the back of the Zoom call. Point is, she's like a really nice and sweet and funny person. And this girl is just at the back of the class making her a demon, and I kid you not, everyone in the class started clapping for her. Started clapping for the entitled girl, being like, you're a bad teacher. I was like, guys, I've never heard anything so rude in my life. You cannot be this mad. It's college. You're going to fail a test sometimes. You're going to fail a class sometimes. You're going to get 60%. You're going to get 70%. So, like, a C or a B in college is so good. It's so good. It is so good. It's okay that you did bad on one test you're supposed to do bad on. You are so goofy. You are so goofy. Why is everyone clapping? And I hated that she just kept yapping. She kept talking about the teacher, and it felt like she was representing the class. I was like, why is this girl speaking for me? Because I don't like her. She's annoying me right now. Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. I was like, how could you ever be this rude to anyone, much less like any teacher, much less a college professor with a PhD who knows a million times more than you? Just across the board is just so much better than you. Like, how can you be so disrespectful? It pissed me off. And it was like one of those people who freaking got like all A's in high school. Like, that's what it sounded like. That was the vibe I was getting. Was like the person who got all A's in high school, and whenever a teacher tried to give them a B, they'd be like, why would you give me a B? And it was just so, like, how do you justify? It was like debate kid energy. I was like, get out of here. Like, actually, please kick her out. And my teacher, of course, being like the professional, like, cool woman she is, just like talked normally back to her and got like even flustered. And it made me like really sad, because I was like, dude, why are you attacking this woman? Why is the whole class clapping for her? Why are you all piling on? Like, 5 kids talked after this girl too, being like, yeah, it was unfair and the midterm sucked and you suck. And I was like, guys, she shouldn't have to defend herself. Like, if we all fail, like, she's not gonna let us. And if she does, it's our fault. I'm sorry. It just is. I don't want to be a suck up. I don't want to be like that. But, like, I'm telling you, you're going to have to trust me unless you're in this class. I'm telling you, there are so many resources. The amount of resources is just, like, it's more than any class I've ever had. She has, like, lectures, lecture comments, like every lecture has the slides posted, comments on every slide explaining what she said, and what she meant to say, and more information about the topics, plus links to external things to talk more about the topics. Plus, she posts all of the lectures that she actually, like the video lectures, online. Plus, there's all these external links that are like standalone, plus like full unit reviews for the midterm, plus old midterms and midterm keys. Like, it is extensive. It is so much. Plus, we have like this whole other learning thing, this learning application, Alex. That's like we have like questions on there every week, and practice questions, and individual learning modules on there too. So you could learn all this stuff individually if you want it, if you really like cared. And like, just because like you didn't understand that, just like I didn't do well in the first test, just because you didn't understand that and like somehow still don't understand that or don't like that, like, we're only in class for like 5 hours a week. Like, how is she gonna teach you everything on the test? Like, how? Why are you being so goofy? Why are you yapping so much? Anyway, clearly it pissed me off a lot. I just talked for like 6 whole minutes about that. But yeah, the entitlement just gave me, it was just so embarrassing. It pissed me off so much. I had to talk about it because, wow, that was something I don't like. That was like, I was like, my jaw was on the floor the whole time. I was like, I like could not believe what was happening. So rude. Such rude people. Ugh. Freshman, dude. I'm a freshman. I'm goofy too, but God, not like that. Wow. Oh, God. Anyway. Aside from that, don't like entitlement. Moving on. Now hear me out. I really freaking don't like ages 12 to 15, like the majority of 12 to 15-year-old boys, or even 12 to like 18, or 12 to like 17, I guess. They, like, especially like the chronically online ones, dude, like every comment I see, like every other Instagram reel or TikTok comment I see that's like annoying, I just guarantee it's from one of those guys. It's just from one of those boys who's like influenced by like every echo chamber on the planet, and they're talking like, OnlyFans detected, opinion rejected. Literally, shut up. Literally, no one cares. No one cares. You can't even vote. Why are you... Shut up. Just shut up. Like, oh, they think they're so, like, powerful and, like, cool. And, like, I don't even know why. I don't even know why that's a thing. Like, sex work is valid. Everyone's trying to get in their bag. Literally everyone. The people that are influencing those boys are making money off that. That's why they do it. Just like the OnlyFans people. They make money off of it. That's why they do it. And that's valid as hell. Get in your bag. Do what you can to make money in this world because it's difficult. In the system we're in, just make money however you can. Sex work is fine. Like, it's legal. Let them do it. I don't know. It's so insane to be like, oh, you're a low-level woman because you're trying to make money with your body. Why? Why are they lower than you? Why do you got to put everyone down? Why do you got to think you have the best opinions in the world to a point where you have to, like, put them in a comment and be like, OnlyFans detected, opinion rejected. And they also say a ton of other crazy ass shit that's like so out of pocket and edgy and like dark humor. It's so embarrassing. They have so much like growing to do. Like they're gonna look back like either like 18, 19, 20 or like later. They're gonna look back hopefully and realize, oh my God, I was so goofy. Because I know I've been down that pipeline. I know so many people who have gone down that pipeline and were terrible for a few years and then got out of it and then realized how absolutely stupid and annoying and just crazy offensive and horrible they were for no reason, just because they were influenced by someone making money off them. It's like, oh God. I really don't like those guys. I really don't like those guys. It's not their fault, I guess. But it is. Like, if you're one of those guys, like, really think about why you have the opinions you have and try and form your own. You know? Like, try and understand the world only through your eyes with no other opinions, and then start getting opinions from all sides to check, like, your misunderstandings. The ones that you're getting, like try and do what's going to be the least embarrassing later on. If you have older brothers or something, or older siblings, or a mom or a dad saying, dude, you're being goofy as hell. Like, you're wrong. Like, my dad, for a long time, when I was like 12, was like, hey, don't call things gay, because that's offensive to gay people. And I was like, no, it's not. You're dumb. Dude, why didn't I listen to him? I was the worst. I was so annoying. I was so annoying for so long. And then eventually, someone at school, like, I was like, hey, like, don't call things gay. And I was like, okay, I'll stop. And then when I stopped, I realized, whoa, I was terrible. I was terrible. Why did I do that? I must have made so many people feel bad, and I know I did, because I've had people tell me that I've made them feel bad, like, way later on. I've been friends with people who are part of that community, and they were like, yeah, you made me feel bad because you did this one thing that one time. And I'm like, no! Why didn't I just listen? Why didn't I listen? So I pray that there's some freaking boy out there who is just lost, who just has all these freaking opinions that are just dog water. Like, dude, if you're seeing this, like, you're gonna be, like, stop doing all that now, and it'll be so, you'll feel so good when all your friends in, like, a year stop doing it too, or, like, 2 years, and they're like, oh my god, I was the worst, I was so embarrassing. And you can be like, oh, I wasn't. I promise. It happened to me. It's happened to everyone I've ever known. You're not an exception. You're not. Your opinions are going to change. Your opinions are, like, going to be different in 5 years from where they are now. They just are, no matter what. So don't attack people who know better than you. And are much older than you, because you think you're the best especially on the internet. You have a digital footprint. You have a digital footprint. Like, be careful. Like, seriously, those comments don't run for office if you've ever left a comment like that. Don't I don't know, become famous. Don't become a YouTuber. Don't do anything if you've ever done that, because you're gonna get eviscerated on here. Luckily, I was never that bad. I started going down that pipeline, and then I made friends with someone who was identifying as transgender, and they continued to all the way through high school and still do to this day. And when I became friends with them, it was at the same time I was, like, starting to go down this pipeline of, like, anti LGBTQ stuff, and I was like, I was watching a Ben Shapiro destroys transgender video where Ben Shapiro was like, actually, transgender people don't exist. And the transgender person was like, I'm right here. And Ben Shapiro was like, you can't do that. And I was like, why? I was like, why can't I? And that, like, ripped me out of the pipeline, because I was, like, friends with this person. I was like, dude, Ben Shapiro, you don't know shit. Why do you get to be the authority on what people get to do? It's stupid. It's so dumb. So yeah. That was a long rant. But just check yourself. I don't know why you would want to offend people who are just doing what they like to do, doing what makes them happy. Like, if you're one of those guys and baseball makes you happy, and you see a freaking, I don't know, furry, or know someone who's a furry, private or public, who doesn't harm anyone, might wear their furry mask to school sometimes, might do something a little silly like that, but they're not like harming you, they're not like being annoying for any other reason. Let them be. That's their baseball. That makes them happy. Why do you have to slam that? Why do you get to choose what they get to do if they don't get to choose what you get to do? It doesn't make any sense. Let them be happy. Let everyone be happy. Right? Right. I mean, I'm sure I still have a lot of growing to do too. I'm only 18. But like, seriously, like, I don't see where that could go wrong. Like, just let everyone be happy. Let everyone do what they like to do. Like, who cares? Literally, who cares? Do what's good for you. Do what you like to do. Do what makes you happy. And let other people do the same. So, yeah. I'm going to finish this video. I know it's 21 minutes, making it by far the longest video I've ever made in this series. By far. I guess I had a lot to say today. But I'm going to finish the video with how my chemistry teacher expects me to study for the midterm tomorrow. This is in a discussion post. I'd go back through the lecture slides and any notes you've taken and take more notes. I'd do the same with the videos I ask you to watch. Then, go back through those notes and make notes again, making connections between the topics. Get yourself a better overall picture of what we're doing. Then, I'd do practice problems. I'd make sure I understand all of the Alex problems, the software I said earlier. All the problems you saw me do on slides, class worksheets, section worksheets, and old exams. Guys, that's literally like 20 hours of work. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. That's so many lectures. That's so many slides. That's so much. But I'm going to do the best I can, and we'll see how it turns out. I think it'll be okay. I mean, I get now that it's like connections between topics, so I'm sure I can find a workaround to study that quicker than that, because I don't have any time to do all that, but whatever. At least I'm not being rude in front of the whole class. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this was such a long episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you got to the end, thanks so much for watching. Bye.